Some short liquidation has now also built above us. Currently, the price is sitting above that resistance area. Cooling down a little bit will go in direction of $89,000. The Bitcoin bounce might be imminent, and I will show you exactly what I'm going to do right now and why I'm taking serious steps to my positions and for that upcoming bounce. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here again. Yesterday we saw another record day of Bitcoin ETF inflows. Look at that, 12,320 Bitcoins were scooped up by the institutions at a record pace. We haven't seen this ever at this kind of pace, which is absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion. And potentially today we are going to get another record day here for the ETF inflows. Imagine if we would get another, even if it's just 8,000–9,000 Bitcoins that are getting bought, it doesn't really matter. The pace at that institutions are buying right now is just absolutely insane. And also the DXY is moving here below the 104 point level. Remember what we said, the closer we get to the election, the more the US dollar normally should weaken, because that props up everything else out there, crypto, stocks, you name it. And that's why the dollar has to go down now. Now, on, I think, what is it? Is it next Wednesday is the election? Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. On Tuesday is the election. So until Tuesday, expect this definitely to go here to the downside. Now, when we're going into the Bitcoin chart, I'm going to tell you here in a second why I changed my mind about when and where the bounce is potentially happening. So we are here still in this big consolidation phase, but we are getting closer and closer to move out of this here to the upside. I'm not expecting anymore that we come down to the top of the super trend ribbon here to $69,000 and bounce from there. I expect actually that we bounce from a way, way higher level and leaving that range here into higher prices. Now, when we're going to the 12-hourly chart, currently the price is sitting above that resistance area, so which potentially is flipping right now into support. Here, I just want to point out that once we're breaking above $72,400 and close for a 12-hourly candle above that level, expect imminent continuation into higher prices here. Early signs already there that we get continuation with the stochastic slowly turning around. RSI a minute ago was also turning around, but the MACD also still showing some strength here for continuation. So right now we are basically just consolidating here in that range, and most likely going to leave this range in the next 24 hours. So I'm, like I said, I'm not expecting a big move here anymore to the downside, rather a shallow move and then continuation. So, and one of the reasons for that is the current trading range that we are in here on the 50 minutes chart. We have some deviations to the upside and also some small ones here to the downside. So, but even if we come back down to the bottom, it is not the end of the world. And I just want to show you something here. The stochastic has already bottomed out here. The MACD is soon also turning around. The RSI is almost at the bottom here, is definitely oversold. So here I expect a fast reclaim of the mid-range level of $72,225. And once we have reclaimed that, expect that we're going to hit the top range at $73,000. Maybe consolidate here a little bit before we break it, but once we're breaking it, we are basically shooting for a new all-time high. If you want to trade this upcoming trade with me together, then sign up on Bybit. You still get $500. If you deposit $100, a $500 free airdrop position, guys, on any of these coins that are listed here, any of these coins. And this is a limited offer, guys. This is expiring at some point, and I'm not getting it back for a long time. You know, Bybit told me this is the second time that we're giving it to you. We're not giving it a third time. There must be some time lapse in between, you know, before they're going to do that a third time for me. So take advantage of that while it's there. You only need to deposit $100. Then you go to the rewards hub, claim your free $500 airdrop voucher, use that voucher. All the profits belong to you. So just use the link in the description below and a pin comment below. There you find everything. So now on the 4-hourly chart with the MDX algo scalp gradient, you see here price currently cooling down a little bit in terms of the scalp gradient. We are now back in purple. Usually what happens in purple is, look over here. here purple, and then we got another run to the upside. From red into purple, another run to the upside. Also here, over here, you see here purple, blue, purple, and still running to the upside. So something similar is what I expect here. We are definitely still under this supply area, but that doesn't change the fact that we are just consolidating here. While price is cooling down, and then we get our leg here above $74,000 and will go in direction of $89,000 into the Fibonacci extension level, the 1.618. When we're looking at the liquidation levels here, we could still come down to $71,500. Here you see why we have confluence there, because there's the top of the EMA ribbon currently sitting, and we would take out some over-leveraged long positions. Not a lot, just a little bit. And that's why that might be a potential target here in the short term, where we come down, shake people out, and only then get continuation into higher prices. So I believe that $71,500 might be as low as it gets here. Maybe 71, but not lower than that. So, and because of that, I will make now some changes here live in this video with you together, exactly what I just explained. Just before we go over there, see here's some short liquidation has now also built above us from $73,000 to $73,400. This will be definitely taken out here in the next 48 hours, in my opinion. And you see here that current price action is forming also a bull flag over here. Let's take it only from here. So, and here that target is all the way up here at $78,000 above all the short liquidity that is still right now currently in the market. So once we're breaking above, I would enter this above $72,700. You're not missing out on a lot. You're missing 1% on that move, but then you're safe because here's a big resistance, and I would make sure that we are above that resistance before I enter a new position, besides or unless we are coming first a little bit lower and you get a chance to enter here. So now on the liquidation heat map over the last 3 days, you see here also some confluence that we go down to 71,100, 71,450-ish, because we have here some liquidity concentrated that might get taken out, but then it's all the way to the upside, guys. We are not going to eat here everything what's below us, because when we're going here also into the higher time frames, look at this here in the 6 months time frame. So liquidity is above us unless we want to go all the way down to like $62,000, which is not going to happen. Now on ZoomX, my link trade is actually doing quite well, but we talk about still about Bitcoin here. So like I said, I'm going to make here now some changes. I'm going to put here that order at $71,500, just to make sure that if we come down here into this range, that I will definitely get my order filled, because like I said, I'm not expecting anymore that we come down into this imbalance candle and fill this. Rather, we are just coming down to 71,500, and from there continue to go to the upside. And if you want to trade with me together on ZoomX, guys, and stand a chance to win $500 every single week, twice actually, then deposit $100, open only one trade, guys, in, out, done. It can be even for $1, doesn't matter, and you qualify for the $500 giveaway that you can then trade with on ZoomX and keep all the profits also of that specific trade, guys. So only use the link in the description below, deposit $100, open one trade, and you're eligible. And I'm giving away on Saturday 2 times $500 on ZoomX, because yesterday's winner did not reply. The 24 hours are over, so there you go. Saturday 2 times $500. Now, when we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance is raging to the upside. We spoke about it so many times that this is exactly what we were expecting. Now, when Bitcoin turns around, that will be the moment where we will go above the upward sloping resistance line, in my opinion. But don't be fooled. I still believe that this will be just a wick, and at the same day, the dominance will come back into the falling wedge, and that will mark the beginning of the altcoin season, because after that we will not see another break here to the upside. From there it's just downwards. It can be gradually, it should be gradually, which would be better for us, and not in a fast manner, because if we do it really fast, altcoins are mooning like crazy, but they will also crash like crazy afterwards. So we want this to be gradually getting our 10-20% every single day out of the altcoins with some consolidation, and not 40, 50, 100% in a single day. And then the coins are crashing back 60, 70%. So that's not what we want to see here. So, and you see here, we are getting closer and closer. It's a matter of maybe a week. Let it be a week, and then the dominance should have topped out, and we're rolling over, and then we are starting to print like crazy on altcoins. The funding rates are still absolutely nowhere to be seen here. You see no leverage in the market. I think that everybody's waiting for that dominance is cooling down and coming down, and then you're going to see that the froth is coming back into the market. But until then, there's nothing really to see here. Now for Ethereum, we are running into this downward sloping resistance line. We are still in that resistance area here on the daily chart. The stochastic is not looking all too good. The RSI rolling over, MACD is still bullish. So why is it happening? Because we are consolidating in a resistance area with a downward sloping resistance also coming in here. So this is all putting pressure on Ethereum. So I'm not surprised how the indicators are looking. Remember, I explain this every single time. They can look distorted when we are running into resistance and price start to consolidate in a resistance area. So, and as long as we are holding $2,600, there's nothing really to worry about for continuation. It will still happen in the next couple of days. Lose $2,600 and we maybe come back here to the upward sloping support area, currently sitting at $2,480. So how would I trade Ethereum? Ethereum, I would open a new position if I would not have positions already, once we're breaking the downward sloping trend line, or if we come back to the upward sloping support line. These are the levels that I would be looking at to open an Ethereum position. Now with Solana, Solana is under the resistance, the horizontal resistance zone that we were pointing out here for, I don't know for how long actually, it's a really long time. But also here on the 12-hourly chart, the stochastic is about to turn around. The RSI is still in bullish territory and potentially turning around here. And the MACD potentially losing momentum over the next 24 hours, which would be also a signal that we are now ready to move above $180, turn this into support, and attack $190, $200 here to the upside. So here, a new trade setup, guys, how I would trade this, because this might be more accurate. We can still come down here a little bit, but I think not lower than $171. So anywhere between $171 and $173, once the stochastic has completely bottomed out and gives me a buy signal, that's where I'm going to enter into Solana trade here all the way up into $203. So if we are getting before that, so let's say we are getting this, we're coming up, we're running to like $188, then we run back down to $180. Here I'm going to add, and if you miss this trade, then you have here this setup. That's your secondary, your backup setup if you miss here your entry. So I will add here more and then continue to trade this to the upside. Then ARPA, AVE. So AVE got rejected from the downward sloping resistance line currently, but we have almost completed our W pattern. Here the only thing that's not looking good is the indicator. Stochastic about to print a sell signal, RSI going down, MACD showing continuation of sell momentum. So we could come down here a little bit lower, potentially to $141 before we get a bounce from this big demand zone, and only then start breaking the horizontal level and the downward sloping resistance line and completing that W pattern. So potentially we even get a triple bottom pattern. So if we now come here one more time down, go then up like this, then this is a triple bottom pattern. So because we have over here, over there, then here, higher low, and then breakout. So and the next one, Uniswap. Uniswap, I told you guys that we are potentially coming back down here to that green box. Now again, good opportunity when we get into the green box to long it from there or to add to your position, because the golden cross is coming up, and don't be surprised if you just get a moonshot to like $9 out of nowhere, you know. So I would just keep adding to my position on Uniswap. I would not close that. If you're in Uniswap currently, just keep adding to your position if you have still money available. Otherwise, just sit on your hands, do nothing. It's coming, guys. It's coming. The next one is DOGE. DOGE really insanely strong here. You can almost not really rely on the indicators because it's just keep consolidating while the indicators came down, and there's again not looking really good besides the RSI, and the RSI is super bullish. The MACD about to print another buy signal and shows that whole sell pressure here was a fake out, and the stochastic RSI potentially also going to turn around in the next 8 hours here and will give us continuation. So here there's three ways how you can trade this. So either we come down one more time into this buy zone here at 16 cents 0.5 to 16 cents, and we bounce from here back to the upside, or we are just simply breaking this downward sloping resistance line currently at 17 cents ish, or we get a shakeout, a proper shakeout to the 50 moving average to 15 cents and bounce from there. So you have three variants how this can play out. One of them is going to happen, and we should be ready for any of them to catch the next move here to the upside based on this 4-hourly chart. Then ARPA also looking strong here on the daily chart. We have bottomed out on a stochastic. RSI is in bullish territory. MACD about to print a buy signal and turn green. And as long as we are staying here in this big pennant, you can definitely trade this. So here, I would not wait even for that reclaim of the 200 moving average. Here, I would enter this at 48, at 4 cents 8, 4 cents 0.8. That would be my entry where I'm going to enter this. Or if we come back to the upward sloping support line here, currently at 4 cents 0.5, that would be the other point where I'm going to enter this, because also here, golden cross is coming up, and look what's happening when we get a golden cross over here. So that was a massive increase to the upside with all these wicks, 154% in 93 days. And also here the last time before that, look at this was over 300%. So there are big swings coming when we're getting a golden cross on ARPA, so I would not neglect that. You can even trade this on spot. You don't even need leverage for that, because there's always 100, 200, 300% move coming. AVAX also bottoming out here on a stochastic RSI. The RSI printing yet a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly chart. So, but I also think here the lowest point that we can come to is the upward sloping support line here, currently at $24.70. I would also consider entering from here, and then once we are breaking this downward sloping resistance line, I would add to my position, and the last time I would add here at $29.40 before I would be trading this into the Fibonacci extension level, $35, so which is an insane move. So look, if you get a move, let's say from here, so that is a 40% move, and if you enter later here at that break, there is still a 25% move, more or less. So there's also enough profit to go around no matter where you are going to catch that. Now, Rune coming down here from the second take profit area, which is also currently resistance. Not surprised about that. On the lower time frames, we are already getting potentially here set up to turn around. Look at the stochastic flatlining at the bottom. The MACD selling pressure, in my opinion, is going to fade out here with the next 4-hourly candle. And the RSI also still in bullish territory. So if we see a turnaround in the next 8 hours on the RSI, something like this, and an uptick on the stochastic and a lighter green candle, I think, lighter red candle, I think that's it. And Rune will continue to move higher from here. And also, as long as we are here above the middle section of the EMA ribbon, I'm not really worried about this. As the closest thing to get a confirmation for continuation here would be that we get first a break of the downward sloping resistance line while holding above the middle section of the EMA ribbon while the indicator's turning around. And then I would target the $7 range for Rune. Next one, Phantom breaking down here currently. I'm not that surprised about this. Currently, I'm still holding my position, guys. I'm just telling you, so I'm not getting out of this. Here's so much demand below us, which makes it highly unlikely that we go that much lower. Here on the 4-hourly chart, same picture that we had on Rune. Here we are flatlining at the bottom with the stochastic RSI, which means we are heavily oversold. The RSI is already going sideways, which hints to a potential turnaround, which means that also on the MACD we are about to lose momentum on the sell side. You see this already on the 1-hourly chart. We are getting ready to get a buy signal. And we're most likely going to get this with the next 1-hourly candle and pushing back to like 68 cents and potentially above the 50 moving average here at 69 cents, 0.8, almost 70 cents. And if you want to trade on a decentralized platform, guys, then go to AVAX. Right now you get $100 just for signing up there, guys. I negotiated that for you. Just for signing up, you get $100, and you stand a chance here also twice per week to win $500. I gave away $500 yesterday. I'm gonna do it again also on Saturday. So on Saturday you have the chance to win a total of $1,500. Which is crazy, guys. $1,500 on Saturday. Here also, just deposit $100 to be eligible for the giveaway. That's all that you have to do. And you get then also on top of that $100 that you can trade with on AVAX with the link in the comment below and in the description. Link is still in this pennant here. Also here I see signs when I go here into the lower time frames that we are bottoming out. Look here, we are consolidating below current resistance and that horizontal level of $12.23. Once we are bottoming out completely on the indicators, I expect that we turn around and get continuation to the upside, which will bring us then here first to $13.16 and then potentially into $15 and much higher than that. And that's it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tomorrow.